How's everybody doing? YT Outdoors, and today I'm going to show you how to clean a Taurus G3C. How to field strip it, how to clean on the inside, how to reassemble it. Same with the mags, how to change or how to clean the magazines, disassemble and reassemble. So let's get right into it. First things first, make sure that there's nothing in the chamber. Safety is important. Now that we know nothing's in there, for the Taurus G3C model, when you pull the slide back, you're pulling it back maybe about that far, you know. Yeah, really not that far. And that's when you pull down these little levers. Pull this down, let the slide move forward, and then pull the trigger, it comes off. So yeah, I went out and shot a video with my brother today. That's gonna come soon. And we just ran like 250 rounds through it. And so we got that and the slide. Now that everything's field stripped, let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. So first off, let's go ahead and disassemble the magazines. With this, it's pretty simple. There's gonna be that little button in the back. And what you do is just push that down. Oh crap. You go ahead and push that down and push this slide piece forward. Keep our finger on this because there's a metal backing or plastic backing that has that, and sometimes it ejects. And so we're gonna push the side that has the circle side, the curved side forward. Still keeping our thumb down on it and just taking it out, making sure the spring doesn't fly. So we're pushing it forward. Sometimes you gotta mess around with it a little. That comes out. Then you have your spring. And then you got the plate or the piece that holds all the bullets. And with that, I like to take, this one's pretty clean, so I don't gotta do much. I just take my piece of fabric, clothing or rag or whatever you got, and I just run that up until I can grab it on this end, pull it through really quick, give it there, pull it through a couple of times, just like that. Get all the dust out if there was any dust. As you see, that's pretty clean. With these, same thing. Just go ahead and give it a quick wipe around. If you want to use a board cleaner, I've done it in the past, but these aren't as dirty. There's not as much dirt built up on it. And that part's clean.
Same with this one, just get up in all the cracks.
That, and then these, you want to inspect, make sure there's no dirt on it. So I like to come around the outside, you know, go like that. And then I take a piece and I would just slowly twist it. And
I have one end sticking out the other like that. And just working my way down the spring, through the coils. Trying to get most of that stuff on the inside. When I get to there, can't really do what I mean I could, but yeah. So, just get it one of these.
Now it's been wiped off and there's no dirt, no dust on it. So looking at the spring, you got this bottom piece that sits just like that. And then you got this top piece that looks like it's been bent up at a 45. With that 45, you want to have this set up just like that. So it sits perfectly like that and it's angled at a 45. Pointing up, and then make sure that, you know, the side that has the point, the little tip, is going in the big opening of it so that your ammunition can go in there, and that's the right way to put it. And then you just bring your spring down, and so this oval piece, the oval looking side, you see how it has the slits over here, how this is flat, but down here it kind of curves out a little. You put that oval or that curved side the same way. You just rest that up there.
And same thing, keep the pressure, and you want to slide it under. Slide it under, in, and make sure you get both sides. Like I got one side set it in, but there we go.
So it looks like that. And then you're gonna have to push down on this to get this to go in, and it's got these little grooves. Those are gonna be in here. Those slide into that. And so we will push that in, push down on that, and there we go. Let's put it back together, and let's just put like 3 rounds in it. They sit just fine. And they come out just fine. So you would do that with those magazines. I'm gonna go ahead and do the second one, and then I'll jump into the pistol. Okay, got both magazines clean. Now we can move on to the pistol. So I'll take this over here. So I like to start with the barrel itself, and I like to clean the outside, scrub the outside. Same with the inside. To scrub the inside, I got this bore snake for 9mm, and yeah, I'll show you what that looks like. So it's got this weight on the end of some paracord. It's got some fabric, and then it's got bristles halfway through, and then it gets thick down here to clear out the carbon buildup. And you just run that through a couple times, and so that's what I'll do for the inside. But let's start on the outside. So that comes in a minute. Same thing, take your rag, really get off all the carbon, and I lubricate the whole barrel inside and out. I don't know if other people do or not, but I do, and it's how I've been running. I've had no issues. So got all that off. I come in, give it a nice scratch on the outside, all around. Same on the end of the barrel.
Top up here. Not hard, just soft, just enough to scratch the top a little. Believe it or not, all of this gets covered in the powder when fired. And all that buildup.
It gets everywhere, especially like you can see all this black, all of that, and then inside the chamber indicator, it gets in there too. So I just like to
Take my time and just scratch the outside of that, get on and off. And this is just a steel brush, and then there's copper and nylon down there. And show indicators what you want to get. There. Sides. And down here where it pushes it into the barrel. Just wipe all around.
black, it's gone. Same down there, and just to double check and to make sure, I always hit the whole outside, inside with ore cleaner. Hopper's 9, not sponsored, but it works. It's what I've been using. And so, yeah, we will run ore snake. Just drop that through. I coil it. There's an attachment where you can run it through the hole and put it there and pull it through like this. I don't really use it, and I like to hold nice and, well, That was pretty fast. But I like to do it nice and slow. Already looking pretty clean in there. You don't see any carbon buildup, but just wait till I put the board cleaner. It's going to be black, pretty black. There's that. Next is recoil spring. I could be saying it wrong, but that's why I think it is. Pretty sure. Just clean that. This one I like to hit with the nylon. Just get, that's good. And yeah, we could run the board cleaner on the barrel. So I just dip it in there. Run the whole outside chamber indicator on all these grooves. You guys already saw how I scratched it, and compared to that side, you can see it's a little black. So wipe that off. Okay, the outside's good. Now we'll run the inside. And like I said, there's better tools out there for this. But I just use some Q-tips, some board cleaner. I just go all around, make sure I hit all angles. And that's black as well. So then I'll go around with a clean Q-tip on the inside. All right. So got all that on the inside, and then I like to go through and scratch it up about, I mean, you can do it as many times, but I do it about 2-3 times. And then double check it. Pretty clean. Oh, I'm shaking, man. Pretty clean up in there. And that's after 250 rounds through it. I call that a success. So that's done. Spring's done. Magazines are done. We can move on to the frame. Get in there with your rag and just wipe all parts.
Try to get as in there as possible.
You want to get into certain parts that you can't get fully with the rag. These tiny crevices. Alright, see how dirty that is? Alright, now this one, where am I? I hit it with the nylon. Come in here, just really get in every crack you can get in. Give it a nice scrub. Try to be as thorough as possible. yeah, that's all good. Move on to the side. Same thing. Hit it with a rag first before you go in there with a Q-tip. Try to get as much of the carbon buildup off as possible. Oh yeah, and that striker, where the striker pin is, right, where am I? Oh, I'm going way up. Right back here. That's dirty, so go ahead and hit that with the steel and scratch that up, because you want that clean, and your extractors there as well, so you want to be able to clean your extractor as well. That I'm gonna hit with some bore cleaner, because it's got some gunk up on it that won't come off with that, and hopefully that will help break down. And while you're at it, you can just go ahead and do the whole bore cleaner on this, on the inside, rub every part, get in all the crevices, even on the top of the slide right here, I like to do. Down here, just everywhere. And you already saw I hit it with the rag and stuff, and look at that, black. Now that I have some sitting on there, let me get back on the striker area and see if that crud will come off. Awesome, yeah, it's coming off. So I'll just keep scratching at it. It's gone. And I'll do that with the inside, but yeah, now I'll hit it with the steel. So I'll come in here, not hard, just slightly grab it up here in the slide area where it clips on and grabs the rail on the frame, those two grooves, and really want to get into that extractor spot and make sure that the buildup's in there. Awesome. Give that another wipe down, and there's the slide. Pretty much did everything, so now you just lubricate it. And what I do is take the lubricant, and now that you got it wiped off and everything, I come in here, get a handful, or like really get this soaked. And on the slide is where I think it is really important. Like I said, I like to get the tops. I just give a nice good coating there, because that's what's sliding on top of the frame. And then everything. I don't go into the spot behind the striker pin. I don't go in there. I just stick on the top where everything's making contact with the frame, and all the, yeah, any spot that's making contact with the frame or any other metal, I like to coat in lubricant, and I don't wipe it off, just leave it. Frame, same here. Just give it a quick on the inside, and then put it back together. So that runs forward, push it back, spring, push it right into the top piece right there, and then push it down on the clip right down there. It's all lubed up. Same on this side. Put it through those notches. Make sure it's going directly onto the grooves for the back. Ooh. Okay, come on. There we go. And just rock it a couple times, and then it's gonna be greasy out there because my fingers. So I'm gonna clean this space up really quick. outside. And there you go. Your Taurus G3C is clean. Does good. Thanks for watching.